What up? What up? What up? What up?
What going on there, killer? We back again, ain't it?
Hey, we already said we're coming back with bangers at the banger at the banger. So this is the month, y'all. This is the month you should really tune in. This is the month that you send the episode, send it to a friend of a friend, and tell them that they need to catch up on this knowledge and catch up on these people that we're bringing on. But first and foremost, y'all know we always shout out Chula Wear. Shout her out. Make sure y'all go grab your shorts. We're in peak competition season. So grab your shorts, your trunks, your robes, your flip-flops, whatever you need. Head over to chulawear.com and grab
And
those.
let's go ahead and put this out there. If you want them customs, you better go ahead and put your order in. Well, you should have had your order in like yesterday. If you want them
Yesterday.
customs.
Nice. So last week, Jamal did something on lives, introduced a whole new segment. So I decided to take over his segment today because that's that's what we kind of do. So I was rummaging through social media this week and I saw a post and I was like, ooh, let's talk about that. And now that we're here, let's talk about it. So it came from a post from Paul Revelia, which is a highly respected coach. I respect him. I competed against him a long time ago. And he spoke about how the competition landscape, since there's so many pro cards being passed out, a lot of people don't value the grind of being an amateur. Everybody's such in a rush to be a pro. And usually, for most people, I would say for about 70% of people who compete, that's their last time of touching a championship or a winning spirit because they're rushing to the pro stage. So, what is your thoughts on people rushing to the pro stage and not enjoying that amateur experience and competing as an amateur?
Man. So the ultimate goal is to get your pro card, right? And if you're able to do that in one show and go pro, as you know, some of the organizations, natural organizations, you can get your pro card in one show. I mean, if you're that fortunate enough to do it, then hey, we can't knock you for that. But the problem is, I think when you grind to get the pro card, you appreciate it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like it means that much more to you when these people go off and get their pro card on one show and then they go to a pro show and they lose, they get all butt hurt. So to me, the grind builds character. So, I mean, I agree with everything he said, to be honest with you. I believe the grind builds character, man. And, some of these people, they get to a pro show and it's different. So,
Yeah, and he was mainly talking about a lot of people in the NPC because, of course, in the NPC, usually competing as an amateur, you do it multiple times.
right.
And I definitely agree with what he was saying because if you think about it, when most people learn how to be a pro after they become a pro.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't learn how to become a pro. They just have to figure it out. Like they get on that
Right.
pro stage. I was one of the guys. I went pro on my first show, went to the pro stage, and I was like, man, it's different up here.
Yeah.
But I learned very quickly. I got the right guidance after that, and I learned very quickly. But I do think with people when it's like you said, when they get to the mountaintop very fast, they get knocked down to the bottom even faster,
Mm-hmm.
especially when they touch the pro stage. But the one beautiful thing about a lot of natural organizations are, I see this with a lot of masters pros. I see this with a lot of people who have skin in the game. They are elevated to a very high or to pro wins very fast because of their experience. So I think you're one of those type people who won their pro card. Next thing you know, you're winning the Yorton Cup. So that
Well,
happens.
no, that's where everybody get confused at. No, no. I've been competing since 2016. I came to the OCB in 2022, and
Okay.
that's when everything took off. That's when I started taking it serious. But before that, I was getting it handed to me.
So, but I do think that is, like I said, the people who put a little bit more skin in the game, have a little bit more experience, they become really great, especially at the pro level.
Yeah.
But we don't want to hog up too much of this interview because
Right.
we have a great guest coming on. I'm talking about accolade after accolade. If you go to her Instagram page, all you see is muscles, shreds, and checks. You know what I mean?
Medals, trophies, and her smiling with freaking Larissa.
Yeah. And we're gonna talk about Larissa. Shout out to Larissa. Man, she was one of our first contest winners. So shout out to Larissa. We're gonna bring her up in this episode too. But without further ado, let's bring Julie Viola to the stage.
Hey.
I have to do a double. Who are you talking about? Like who's this? Yes, my whole
Julie.
sheet is Frenchies, food, and fitness, basically.
And I love that. So,
And Larissa, yes, she's already been texting me. Is this live?
what stage haven't you touched? I know you don't touch the INBA, OCB, NPC, ANBF. Are we leaving anything out?
No, there are a few other ones I would like to touch, but haven't yet. Maybe this year. I'm not done yet.
Okay. Well, let's get straight into it. You are a pro figure competitor for all these organizations, right?
Well, I mean, INBA just gave me a pro physique
Okay.
pro card.
So
Okay.
just tell us a little bit about your journey. Like, introduce yourself to the people that's going to watch this, and just give us a little bit of your background.
Well, my name's Julie. I'm going to be 55 in 9 days. I started competing my first competition at 42. And back then I only knew about the NPC. So I was pretty heavily competing with them. I'd say 2 or 3 shows a year until I found out about the OCB. I have 2 Frenchies who are my world and a real life son. I had a double lumbar fusion in March of 2020. Basically, I was dealing or battling with sciatic issues for years. And this was my last alternative route for pain-free life. And it worked. 8 months later, I got my pro card at the West Coast Warrior Show, where I actually met Larissa in person. We were following each other for a while before then. And since then, I don't want to stop. I've been pursuing it even harder ever since then. If you tell me I can't do something, well, then watch me.
All right. So you just said something, because you and Larissa are like the best of friends, and y'all actually just met each other last year.
Well, we were following each other for a while before that. We're both Frenchie moms. We're both boy moms. I mean, our lives are, the more I get to know her, the more we are like related. I mean, from our heritage to our home life, to our parents, to our kids, like everything we're the same person. It's crazy.
That's awesome. So at 42 years old, what made you want to get into bodybuilding at 42?
You know, before, I've been in the gym since I think I was 22. And I remember being like sometimes the only girl in the weight room. So now times have definitely changed. So back then I didn't really know about competing. Dana Lynn Bailey popped up on my, I don't remember if it was even it was before Facebook, on YouTube. And I absolutely fell in love with her physique. And I was already lifting for so long. I was like, I kind of look like that. I think I can try this out. And looked into it and did my first competition, 42. And I was hooked, literally hooked.
Okay, so Jamal took one of my questions because he asked about Larissa, but we'll bring her back in later on this episode. But you also said something that I had as one of my questions as well. You said you are you recovering from the double lumbar fusion recovery? So you're in recovery mode for that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll always be, I should say, recovery mode. You know, there's certain things that I can't do. I had a major knee surgery also over COVID, where I still have titanium in my tibia from it. So I'm the queen of modifying exercises, you know, like if they say you can't squat, I'll figure out another way to do a squat, you know, like, so my workouts are definitely different, but no, I'm pain-free. I am training. I'm a queen of overtrainer. So, I mean, I train 6, sometimes 7 days a week still. No, I'm not recovering anymore, if that's your.
Okay. So, well, that helps me out because I was about to ask, how did your training change? But you already told us you're the queen of modification.
Oh, yeah. I
When
mean, I
those
use
things,
equipment a lot more now than I used to do more like free weights, more like
Mm,
be in the squat rack, more dumbbells. Unfortunately, now I have to use a lot more assisted equipment like machines. But
okay,
yeah, if something hurts, I'll figure out a different way to do it.
okay. So when you were going through these injuries, though, did that change anything mentally for you with you starting training so early? And then you're like, all right, am I going to stop training? Is this going to affect my training? Did that mentally get to you?
Well, my training is like I don't even how it's my therapy. It's like that is my happy place, regardless of competing or the stage or anything. Like training will always be a place for me where I can mentally, get back centered. So I needed that. So it was taken away from me years before I had the surgery. I would still go and do the grind, but it was just it would ruin me for the rest of the day. So I finally had to have the surgery done and going in not knowing if I would ever be able to lift again. I mean, I kind of knew, I'm going to do something, I'll figure out something, but they told me, oh, you will never ever squat. You'll never deadlift. You'll never, you just can't. We won't let you, basically, is what they were saying, unless you want to go, have more surgeries down the line. So I want to say it was like 3 months after my surgery that I was walking for miles and miles. And he said, you can lift 5 pounds. So I was back in the gym, doing curls with 5 pounds. Like I would do whatever I could. And I just got better and better. I did the rehab. I was persistent with doing deep core exercises and eventually just got back where I was doing hack squats and, assisted squats. And I could do everything else. It's hard for me to talk about it. I could do everything now that I could before, but I have to modify a little bit. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Someone from my office just walked in.
Okay. So you did quite a bit of shows last year. I think you're
Yes.
5 shows in deep this year already.
No, I did 4. The 5th
4.
one will be the
Okay, Julie. All right, so you're 4 shows in this season. You did a lot of shows last year, and you just explained to us that you had these surgeries and stuff. So do you plan on slowing down anytime soon? And what's your like? I don't think you are planning on slowing down anytime soon. So what keeps you going?
I mean, I'm doing what I love and I'm going to be training anyways. I mean, the dieting is a little, that's a little hard, but I'm doing this also because I feel like, I don't know, part of me is like, you're running out of time. You're not going to be able to be on the stage that much longer. I'll always be a part of the bodybuilding. I kind of am dabbling in judging now. I want to, maybe be a promoter one day. But right now, I mean, plus I'm doing it with my best friend. We make a girls' weekend of it. So it's fun. I'm doing it because I can and because I love it, basically.
Okay. So there's a thing in bodybuilding saying riding the midline, right? And you are in the midst of your competition season. And from what I've seen, you went and won the Scorcher this year. And then 2 weeks ago, maybe, I think, from now was the Conqueror, and you got third place.
Yes.
So what was your mentality going from show to show? I know I'll probably add to this later, but what was your mentality when you have a season full of shows? How do you ride the midline and not get too high on a win and know that the next show can be a completely different result?
Oh, winning was, I mean, honestly, it's a complete shock. So I don't ever go into a show expecting to win. I mean, I hear you say it, but I'm still like, me? Like, really? Like, it was never about trophies or anything like that, although that is very cool. Like I said, it's because I'm doing it because I can. When it was taken away from you and you can't, and then you can, it means that much more. Like competing is different now for me than it was 10 years ago. I mean, I love it. I don't have any expectations going into a show. I just bring the best that I can bring, and if I can stand, in top 5 amongst other women, usually half my age. Conqueror, she was a force, Kimberly. Um, I mean, I'm proud. I'm so proud and just happy. And that's probably not the best answer, but
All right, let's talk about the bestie now. So, what influence has Larissa had on you being in this sport? What does she mean to you as a person, as a competitor, as your best friend? And has she gave you any advice along the way?
oh my gosh, I probably would. I know I would not be doing this many shows if it wasn't for Larissa. I probably would done like a couple here and there every year and just called it quits. But I mean, if I get the text from her and be like, "Hey, next week I want to do this and this. Are you in?" I'm like, "Sure, count me in." It's another trip we get to take. Um, she's made this way more fun for me. I mean, from everything from getting up, 4 a.m., doing your hair and your makeup together and tanning together, being on stage together. When she wins, you would think I won. Like I'm genuine, like honestly happier like watching her win than getting something myself. And I feel like she's the first person in my life that actually feels that way for me. Like other people will be happy for you, but when you genuinely know you have someone in your life that is rooting for you like 100% all the time, it just, you cherish that. I have 2 sisters, but they're not, and I love them and we're close, but they don't understand this whole bodybuilding journey at all.
Okay.
And Larissa, we get each other and our
Right.
lives are so streamlined, a lot of people are, if we both have 2 Frenchies, we both have boy moms, we both like the same cookies. like it's just, she's like another sister.
All right. So we all know Larissa addiction is like Diet Coke, I believe. What is
Yes.
your what is your addiction? Do you have one?
Oh my gosh. Diet Cherry Zero, Diet Cherry Pepsi Zero. So I
Okay.
know that makes her cringe. Um, and I'm a junk food. I'm a junk food freak. I mean, if there's something that's limited edition or a new flavor that came out or anything, I have refrigerators and pantries in the garage of stuff that I will probably never try even because there's so much. But if it's a limited edition or it's out for a season or whatever, I have to buy it. That's my addiction. Junk food.
Okay. So there has been a I'm trying to figure out the word for it. Recently, there's been a lot of talk about different criterias, different uh, standards, and things of that nature. So we're not going to get into the mess of it, but I want to ask you personally, for somebody who's in the figure division, somebody who's been competing for years, somebody who has placed very well in multiple organizations. This is just your opinion. What makes a good figure competitor?
Oh gosh. What makes a good figure competitor? I noticed that the more mature women kind of look a little better on stage. You get that hardness and the leanness, I think, with age. Um, I'm not really sure on how to answer that question. What do you mean? Like, you mean like training wise or physique wise?
I would say, if you like, even take yourself out of it. If you're a judge too. So if you were judging a show and a woman has these characteristics, you're like, oh, that's the winner.
Oh, I mean, the X frame is always what we're striving for, you know, and kind of, my body is not meant for figure. I have kind of a blocky short waist and long, short torso and long femurs. So it's always kind of been a struggle for me, but that's the look that I want to walk around with, the look that I love. You know, big shoulders and big quad sweeps. That's like every figure girl's goal. You know, we're chasing that. Wide lats,
Okay.
sweeping
Um.
hamstrings.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep it right here. I got like two more questions for you. So I just lost my question.
Oh
That's
no.
crazy. I literally just lost my question. That is crazy. Oh, there we go. So I don't want you to name any organizations, but as we stated at the beginning of the show, you stepped on quite a few stages with different organizations. Do you find that the criteria or the standard is the same, or do you find that it varies from organization to organization?
Oh, it varies. It varies from organization to organization. Before I found out about Natural, I was always with the NPC, which are very great. I mean, they're great shows, well run. They've been doing it forever. But, you know, I never felt like it was fair for me being Lifetime Natural, you know, so now they implemented the natural shows,
Mhm.
which are okay, but they're not to the quality of standards that the OCB has, as far as testing goes. So I still feel like most people are natural. There are, you can, they're not all, it's not all natural like it's supposed to be. The ANBF and the OCB do a great job of holding their athletes to, you know, the standards where they're checking to make sure that it is a fair playing field. Um, but the OCB stands out for me.
All right.
Top of the
But
line.
besides the drug testing, as far as criteria wise, what's different between, let's just say, the OCB and, I don't know, the ANBF as far as criteria wise for figure?
I think criteria has been the same in my eyes.
Okay.
Um, the girls, I mean, I think maybe the OCB might like you a little bit on the leaner side from what I'm seeing the trends. But the criteria is pretty much the same. Though it's pretty much the same for OCB and ANBF.
Was that your two questions? Because I have a top five that I've been just been typing away over
No,
here.
of course I got one more.
All right, go for it.
Your plans for the rest of the year? Are we going to see you at Apex? Are we going to see you at the Yorton? And if we're going to see you at the Yorton, what is your
Yes.
expectations for the Yorton
Yeah.
this year?
Yes, yes, and yes. Well, the last show was a week ago. I competed for the first time with the INBA. And I took this whole entire week off. So I'm hoping that I can rein back all my damage that I did. I will definitely be at the Yorton. I'm gonna try I'm gonna try my hand at the ANBF again the week before the Yorton. I think it's September 12th in Washington State. They have a category called FemFit, which is physique with heels. OCB does not have, and that's like that is where my heart is. That is, you know, you getting the front double bicep and heels. I mean, like, count me in. So I'm going to try my hand at that as an amateur, and I also compete with them as a pro figure. We're also going to do, since we competed and got, Larissa and I got qualified at NPC Natural last month as well. We're going to try our hand at Masters Nationals in November in Vegas. I mean, potentially for an IFBB pro card. And I did Masters Nationals 2 years ago. It was 9 months after my double lumbar surgery. There was 26 girls, I believe, and I got fifth. So I'm like, we have to do this again because I'm better now than I was last year. I know, right? And seeing all, just being up there with all of, knowing all of those women's are 50 and over, that's a whole nother, like, I was like tearing up just, with all the kids that are like 20 and 30 out front, rooting for their parents. It's just, it's crazy being up there. And then I have a few other shows I'm going to jump in. Just haven't registered yet.
All right, so that just means if y'all are on this circuit, y'all better watch out. Y'all better watch out.
All the way through. We're going to be all the way through. Is all the way up to Thanksgiving.
Okay. So that's a good time to take a break. Perfect time
Yeah.
to take a break.
Thanksgiving
So-
food is my favorite holiday food.
Okay. So we have our top 5 segment. So I've been over here just typing away. I've been listening and I've been typing.
I'm
So,
scared.
There's no reason to be scared. It's the first time that comes to mind. So you've been competing 10 plus years. Which was your favorite win?
I mean, probably the Scorcher.
Okay.
I was the first overall I've ever had. I mean, winning my pro card at West Coast Warrior for the OCB, my OCB pro card was also right up there. And then getting 5th, I want to say at Masters Nationals NPC, 9 months after my lumbar fusion. That was, those 3 right there are like, I'll never forget those 3. Those are special.
Okay. So I'm thinking this is from a show, so I'm hoping I'm not wrong. So what is your favorite trophy or show memorabilia that you have right now?
Oh my God, my favorite thing right now, believe it or not, is my Thor hammer. I got it at the OCB West Coast Warrior. It's like legit 12 pounds.
Yeah, I saw it on your page. I was like, this gotta be the favorite one, but I gotta make sure.
Yeah, no, that's my favorite. It's very cool. I do like the weapons.
All right. So you stated your criteria of what the ideal figure competitor should have. So if you had to choose, if we were just like, hey, Genie, grant my wish for my figure body, and you had to choose between wider lats or a wider quad sweep, which would you pick?
Oh, wider quad sweep right away. That's my lower half because I have long femurs. It's like that quad sweep just does not exist. Like I have to like really work on like posing and angles to make it pop. My back just I have to be careful because my lats will grow.
Okay.
Quads, not so much.
All right, last 2. So you stated that you had your thing is the limited edition snacks. That's your thing.
Yes.
Which is because I know me and Jamal was running after the Reese Oreos last year. That was me and Jamal thing last year. But
Not
what is
bad.
the best limited edition snack that you have had?
The best that I've had? Oh my God, there's not like a best, but I don't know I'm not even a cake person, but have you guys ever tried Nothing Bundt cakes?
Oh yeah.
They came out with the Reese's for a limited time. Did you try that one?
I did not. I
That
wanted
is
the
up
banana
there.
pudding one.
That is up there. I don't there's no favorite. I definitely was on the Dubai train for a while. I still kind of am. So anything Dubai gets me. I think I have every candy bar jar of, Dubai filling, any of that stuff. Peanut butter, any kind of nut butters, especially like Larissa just heard me on to, they're called itty bitty peanut butter jars or something. I'm not sure. Big Spoon Roasters. Shout out to them. Granola, oat hass, anything nut butter. Oh my God. If you saw my pantry, you would die. Yeah.
All the sponsors are gonna love you. They're gonna come and find you, and you're gonna
You
get
know-
sponsored by one of these people.
You think they would, but
And
Not
my
yet.
last and final one is more of a reflection moment. So I'm going to put a picture up, and within the first 10 seconds, I need one sentence and describe this moment of this picture. Okay. 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, that's me? What? That's me. I still don't believe it. I've never had a coach. I'm self-coached, so it's like, you know, you can look at yourself in the mirror 4 times in 4 hours, and every time you're like, I need more. I need to fill out more. Oh no, I'm overspilled, or you know, I second guess myself constantly. So I just go on how I feel now. Like there's no like peak weeking for me. I don't have anything that I do every single time the same. So it's like I never really know how I'm going to look. Like I just know that I want to feel my best. And I did feel really good at the Scorcher, but yeah, I mean, I just can't believe like I did that. Like I didn't have any help, you know? So I was doing something right that day.
For sure. That's for sure. But we always say like I think you're the second person who came on here that's competed at a very high level and said that they competed solely by themselves, no coach. So that's major kudos to I always say fight the person within, because that's usually who you're fighting when you're coaching yourself. You're constantly changing things or thinking you're not good enough or you're too far ahead, one of the two. So
Right.
major kudos to that and winning that Arizona show. Jamal, you got anything else? You're on mute.
Oh, I was on mute the whole time. No, I don't have anything, brother.
Oh, now he's on mute.
You're on mute.
We don't get it together. Good gracious. You would think we're professionals by now. But Julie, we want to thank you so much for coming on. Like we said, we're glad that we know the rest of your competition season. We always say we're trying to connect people through these podcasts and us learning about, of course, your injuries, you being self-coached, and then also how long you've been doing this just shows a true testament to how strong you are and how good of a competitor you are as well. Can you please let the people know where to find you at on Instagram?
Oh, it's nothing fancy. It's just my name, Julie.Fiola, Feola. And you guys, thank you. Like when Jamal reached out and said, you know, would you be interested in doing this? I'm like, why? Like, why would you want it?
Me?
Like, yeah,
You
me.
guys
I'm
don't
like,
want me up there.
okay. I immediately texted Larissa. I'm like, can you believe it? She was like, what? Yeah, like I don't, you know, like I said, I'm doing this because I can and because I love it. It's a sport, but to me, I'm going to be doing it regardless. I'm going to be doing all of this because it's who I am. So
No, I love that. And we
if
need to
you
make
get
you
a
some
few
shirts.
swords on the side, then hey.
We need to make you a shirt that says Julie Fiola, me? Who, me? On your
Yeah,
shirt.
right?
But we definitely want to appreciate you for coming on and sharing your story with us, sharing some of your journey, because I'm pretty sure the journey has just begun, especially with all the things you're going to accomplish this year. But make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, go follow Julie. But until next time, y'all, peace.
Peace.
Bye. Thank you guys.